Hello, everybody. Good evening. I thought I would stop in and do another collective reading today using the Royo Dark Tarot. I think this is the first time it's been used on YouTube, but if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen many pictures of this gorgeous deck. I'm also going to be using Moonology, the Herbal Astrology Oracle, and Energy Oracle cards. So whilst I finish shuffling, you all can feel free to set your own intentions for this reading. And if you are new here, welcome. So Spirit, what do we need to know right now for this collective? What can I channel for those who will be drawn to this video? We have the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So immediately, the 8 of Swords, not the Ace of Swords. Immediately, I'm picking up on a lot of mental energy. There seems to be a lot of anxiety here. There is somebody that's kind of really trapped in their head about things, and it isn't really clear why or what they are feeling trapped about. Where this is stemming from. We have the Queen of Swords, though, at the bottom of the deck. So I will ask Spirit to clarify. Immediately, I'm hearing healing. So somebody could be healing from a very toxic situation here. Strength and the Four of Cups. So, all right. This definitely seems to be a divine masculine energy that is retreating and kind of practicing some form of mindfulness. I feel like, and this is especially true if the divine feminine connected to this masculine had at some point asked the masculine to engage in some form of meditative practice, self-care, energy clearing routine in order to get out of the rut that was running over and over in their headspace. So I feel like this divine masculine is actually tapping into their own inner strength here. They're finding the courage to actually act on not only the advice that was given to them by their divine feminine at some point, but they're also making the choice here to break the ice. I am actually seeing in my third eye the action of breaking ice, like somebody standing over a frozen pond and breaking the ice. I feel like this masculine has been distant for some time and probably withdrew their energy more when they realized that their actions were either hurting the feminine or making her more angry with him. Yeah, see, we have the King of Swords here. So this is a masculine who was very closed off in the heart space, really over rationalizing and using logic more than emotion, and kind of disconnecting from his higher self and just tuning in to the logical mind more in the past. Now this masculine is kind of putting that sword down, so to speak, to open up his heart space and act on his heart's desires. And I do feel like the moon that, the super full moon that we recently experienced has a lot to do energetically with the decisions now that the masculine is and will be making. I feel like this moon, this lunar cycle, forced the masculine to confront his shadow self, to confront his people-pleasing tendencies, and to ask himself where that's actually leading him. This masculine is kind of, do you see this this headdress that this person is wearing looks like a skull? I'm hearing inside out. This masculine had kind of been, wearing this protective shield around their heart, around their true self, and that protective shield was their ego self, right? Um, every time they wanted to kind of break free of a situation that was restrictive, that was holding them back, there was a lot of apprehension, a lot of fear that kind of kept them unable to make the final decision. But now that's changing with the most recent super full moon. And I feel like for masculines that have either Aquarius, Pisces, Capricorn, or Sagittarius somewhere in their birth chart, this is going to hold more true for them as well, simply because of how their sign will be affected. Don't let your past hold you back. Cannot make this stuff up, guys. Yes, this masculine is realizing now just how much time they lost, just how much they were working hard towards something that would never pay off. There was this false sense of security that they had been clinging on to that is now wearing away. And it's actually, for some in the collective, this won't resonate for everybody, but there are definitely some divine masculines who I'm channeling that actually have disconnected from that toxic situation or pattern. But now they're just trying to find their confidence in order to give this connection, their true soul connection journey, a real chance at success. Balance spirituality and practicality, just like we talked about at the beginning of the reading. They're actually engaging in some mindfulness exercises, and there's definitely, some or a few divine feminines here listening who have encouraged their masculine to do exactly that, and the masculine is actually heeding that request. They are realizing that they really do need to take time to clear their energy in order to gain clarity and to tap into this inner confidence and strength that kind of had been lost to them for such a long time. I feel like this masculine had so much noise in their headspace. Their solar plexus chakra was incredibly weak before, but now it is strengthening, because that is the source within the energy body of our courage, of our inner power, so to speak, that gives us the confidence and strength to face the challenges of life, the difficulties of the external world. This masculine's root chakra, I'm shown, is also balancing and stabilizing with blossoming abundance. There is a wish fulfillment coming in here for both of these counterparts. And given that that's the number 3 card, the angel number 333 could be very significant for this connection. Let me just grab this card here. The Sun. The Sun is a card of joy. It's a card of hope. It's a card of new beginnings, and it's also a card of healing. There's a lot of healing going on, and this also corresponds to the solar plexus chakra. And this is the number 1 card. So that, 111, 11, 11, 11, those are all numbers of spiritual awakening and alignment. And that's exactly what is happening for this particular connection. Things are falling into place. I'm hearing my guide say this divine masculine and the divine feminine are mirroring each other in terms of their mindset also falling into place. This all tied up, or 8 of Swords energy, is exiting the picture. Do you see this butterfly here on the side? transformation is happening, and it's happening behind the scenes. See how this person can't see this butterfly, right? They don't know that it's over here. While this masculine even was feeling all tied up in the past, there was still a major internal transformation going on. Their feeling of being all tied up, divine feminine, probably caused you to question the level of affection and attraction and appreciation that they had for you in this connection. But the entire time you have been this masculine's wish fulfillment, and even through the most difficult and darkest hours, the divine was shaping them. Their experiences, their lessons were shaping them to be who they need to be for this connection, who you deserve for them to be as a partner, and who they need to be in order to be confident and successful even as individuals. There has been a major rebalancing of energies. You will feel all of these shifts internally before you start to see things manifest in the 3D, but things will be manifesting in the 3D. With the journey card, if there is a geographic or physical distance between any twin flames, one of the two counterparts will be traveling to see the other. If there was just a emotional disconnect, then this is, a journey from the telepathy level to the 3D physical level of communication. This could also be twin flames actually reuniting in order to talk about the future, in order to move in with one another, to take this connection to a higher level, to a new level here. What else is going on, Spirit? What other messages does this collective need to know at this time? Well, that is a lot. We have trust and intuition. I'm not going to take all those. I'm not feeling those cards. And we have joy at the bottom of the deck. Trust the alignment of things. There is a big surprise coming in, you guys. Do you see this flower up here? It's like whoever's walking down here probably won't notice it, but the moment they look up, it's like this big shining diamond almost, right? There is a big surprise coming in. You feel it intuitively. You don't know whether you can trust what you feel, but Spirit is saying to trust, and trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. And I truly feel, divine feminines, you guys are trusting rebirth. Yes, indeed. Both the divine masculine and the feminine on this journey have undergone a major rebirth. They almost don't recognize themselves anymore, let alone recognize each other. Major, major, major shifts and transformations have taken place behind the scenes, and they continue to take place, as we talked about earlier. That is not only shifting the situation, that's not just reshaping us as individuals, but that's actually putting the puzzle pieces of the connection itself together. The connection is taking shape even prior to the 3D physical reunion. That is, really a deep thing to understand, that even through this phase of separation, things are falling into place. What's at the bottom of the deck here? Detachment. And I feel like you've done this recently. You have successfully been able to balance your own anxiety, to manage your own fears, to trust that the divine is truly doing what is best for you and this connection. You have given your counterpart room to grow, room to evolve. You know that that saying that don't help a butterfly out of its cocoon, because if you do, its wings won't develop strongly and it will die. It won't be able to fly. Well, that's kind of what this separation phase is for the divine masculine. That, you know, the divine feminine is typically who is the most awakened on this journey. And, you know, we want to try and help the masculines, right? Like, if I can see what you can't see, let me be your guiding light. But we have to kind of take a step back in those situations and guide them in the 5D more so than in the 3D, because when the ego is loud, it's not going to let them listen to what we're saying and really act on it in the way that we would hope and in the way that would be beneficial for the connection. And another reason for that is the type of connection that you're hoping to manifest with the longevity and the stability. The divine masculine has to learn their lessons. If you break the chrysalis or the cocoon for them prematurely, they're not going to develop to their full potential, and that would be to the detriment of the connection itself. So giving the masculine room to grow, room to make their own choices through their own experiences, and just by manifesting, imagining, daydreaming about, you know, what your connection is going to be when it's ripe, that is what helps bring those manifestations, and it lifts your own vibration to think of those things, right? And it aligns you with the vibration of union. You start to feel into it as if it's already existing for you, and that's exactly what the law of attraction says. Feel into it as if you already have it, and that is what is going to manifest it into your reality. So that, you know, this separation phase is actually giving you room to create your dream life, your dream connection with your dream person, your divine counterpart. We have radiant at the bottom of the deck, and that's exactly how I imagine both counterparts to be, even as I'm channeling, you know, when this reunion happens, because you truly will be radiant. You know, the twin flames that are meant for union, the soul connections, whether you're literally twin flames or not, that are meant for union, when you reunite with each other, you're going to feel radiant. The ambiance of, you know, that area of land is going to be radiant, because twin flames have such a unique and uplifting, positive, high vibrational frequency. You and your union are impacting the earth on a much grander scale than you realize, which is why there's so much divine intervention in the background, because it's never just about us, especially on this journey. It's about the larger collective. It's about everybody else that's going to feel the positive ramifications of this uplifting vibration that twin flame union brings. And in order for us to align with that, there's a lot of internal work that we have to do. There's a lot of growth and ascension that we have to do. There's a lot of energetic balancing that we have to do. And we first have to do that as individuals before we do that with our counterpart in the picture. But there are portions of this journey that we get to do with them in the picture, and that's just the cherry on top, right? The last thing you need is to manifest another codependent relationship, which is what many of us would have if we didn't go through this awakening process prior to reunion, right? It would be absolutely chaotic. So in order for our connections to have the longevity that even we desire and that the greater collective would benefit from, we have to go through these difficult times, right? Gold can be alchemized. It doesn't just appear. That's why it's so rare and it's so expensive. Like a diamond has to be polished, it has to be pressurized to be formed. And that's kind of what's happening to the masculine and feminine counterparts during the 3D separation phase. And as I say that, 2020 on the timer. So I think that was a really powerful message. And I'm so grateful to you all for joining me here today. I'm going to wrap it up right here. Be sure that you are subscribed if you would like to see more content from me. If you've been watching me for a while and haven't yet subscribed, I do invite you to do so. Thank you all so much for sharing your powerful frequency here to allow me to do these readings for this beautiful, high vibrational collective. I look forward to meeting you all in the next reading.